Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from the LD31 coverage from prior days. I wanted to show off this platformer that I ran into, thought it was pretty cool, and I think you'd probably like to play it. It's an alpha version of a game called There Was a Caveman. We're going to play as a caveman who is on a journey to find other cave people to discover if he's alone in the world or what, and we're going to do some clubbing of dinosaurs and throwing of rocks and jumping of pits and chasms and such. It has very good, accurate, responsive controls, and it felt quite fun in the little few minutes that I got to play with it. So let's look at the options menu, as I often like to do before we start it up. Not a whole lot here yet, that's okay, it's just an alpha version. Full screen on or off, controls, right, left, up and down, attack, jump, dash, and throw, so it is useful to note that those are the options that were given as far as ways to interact with the game. I have actually already mapped this over to 360 controller, so it's very easy to play, honestly. Like, it's much better on a 360 controller over keyboard, in my opinion. I would highly recommend if anybody tries this demo out, if they have the ability to, use Joy-to-Key or something and just go ahead and map those buttons over. You'll have so much of a better time, I think. Not that the controls are impossible or unintuitive or anything in the way they are, just I think they're just so much better the other way. So, we can double jump, as you've probably noticed already. We've got an attack on X, those turtles that the turtle that I just pounced on there and hit with my club actually died in 2 hits, so that's something to make note of. We've got 3 health points there in the top corner, and we can also dash, and eventually we'll get some rocks to throw the dashes on. I mapped it to Y, which I think feels kind of nice there. We've got X is for attack, A is for jump, and B is for throw. So these little clusters of fireflies, I wanted to believe that those are probably supposed to be checkpoints, but maybe that's not implemented yet. So at the moment, yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know, maybe it's just for effect, because why would you have a checkpoint right after that pit after there was just one a second ago? I don't know, but it's kind of nice, actually. The pacing, the difficulty feels just about right already. The level design, I mean, it's not like breaking a lot of new ground or anything, but it's fun and it's practical and it feels right. And it's got just enough elaboration on it that it feels like there's an art style to it. It feels good to control, and the gameplay feels solid. So, like, all of those things are good points in the game's favor. So now that we've got these rocks, I'm going to toss them over that, or whatever those locusts or whatever they are, they're now super dead. And you'll also notice probably in the bottom left corner we've got a dash, sort of a cooldown thing. I can't use the dash more than every few seconds, so I've got to make sure I proportion my usage properly, otherwise I'm going to end up over a chasm and not be able to dash, which could be a bit of a problem, but in this case my double jump will get me out of most of these issues. So I found my way to some stalactites that are about to fall down. I don't know if there's any way to actually bait these things other than just to stand under them. I guess I have to get very close and not directly be under them. So let's look for ones that are moving a little bit. Got a little bit of like an I want to be the guy mechanic here. Oh, that's frustrating. So now I have to reset from that whole screen over again. I haven't made it super far in this, by the way. I've only ever made it to the stalactites. The pits, by the way, are, you know, in true Mega Man style, instant death. You gotta avoid those, of course. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with, like, the level design on this, because I feel like you have to get very creative to use an idea like this and have it still stay original for a very long time. I mean, you could get into a lot of minutia about, like, navigating forest environments and such, but, like, what do you do to keep this feeling fresh for a while? You've got to really be creative, and I think so far, signs are pointing to that this developer does seem to have the chops for it. I would, of course, also like to mention that the sound effect for jumping needs to be dulled down to a much less, maybe, I don't know if annoying is the right word, but it's definitely way more emphasized than I think I'd like for it to be with the amount of times that you're going to find yourself jumping. If anything, it just needs to be decreased in volume drastically, but we'll see what happens. So I've got, looks like a bone, I guess. Maybe I can throw a bone. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to look at that lava for a second, because it's got a little particle effect coming out of it. Caveman also has an idle animation, which is nice. Oh, I didn't realize I could hit down to drop through those platforms. That's good information to know about. I could almost see this turning into like a Super Meat Boy style platformer with the degree of different ways you can use the controls. Having a double jump and a dash actually makes this quite a complex series of controls that you could have to deal with, and that could also result in some really interesting gameplay. Looks like we're doing some Super Mario World style background climbing here. Good stuff. Let's maybe just avoid that guy entirely. Oh man, we got a dinosaur. Also, it didn't... Oh, okay, so it's the axe from Castlevania. I need to try and... Oh, it hits the ceiling. Never mind, I think we'll just avoid this dinosaur. I've wasted all those bones. Such a shame they only give you 3 there. Are there any secrets? I think I'd love to see some secrets here if we could, like, club through one of these walls. Can I can't club sideways. Oh, I can't double jump off of that either. Okay, well, I've learned my lesson. I will not be making that mistake again, or at least I'll try my best not to. I kind of feel bad like I'm spamming you with the amount of jumps that I'm doing here with that noise playing over and over again like that. What does happen when I hit jump off of this? Nothing at all. Okay, so I simply can't. All I can do is jump off the top part, and that seems to be about it. Figuring out the mechanics is always, you know, very important in trying to figure out how you're going to actually proceed through the level design. I'm wondering what other things, like, you could even do. Like, how could a caveman have all of these abilities, I wonder? Man, it's weird that you can't hit sideways. Oh, I guess there's a little bit of an arc to it, then. Fair enough. Let's just... why even bother that raptor? Just run right by it. It's not going to bother me. What's up with this pit? Is there a reason this is here? Okay. Just wanted to test. Maybe I thought there was a secret or something like that. Uh-oh. We've got a boulder. That's the reason. Alright, this is exciting. I didn't quite pull that jump off very well. So if we're going to have dynamic stuff like this, I'm getting sort of like a Vulgar... the Viking kind of feeling. Oh, man. It's like a little fat Kraid guy. What's he doing? It's also giving me a little bit of a Shovel Knight vibe, too, which is fantastic, because I freaking love Shovel Knight. And I would love there to be more, like, kind of basic, but really refined and well-done platformers out there. And I feel like this one might be going down that road, which is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing even more. Alright, keep going. We got another one of these. Can I use the bone? Okay, the ceiling is high enough in this case. Does it do more damage? Not really. It might have just been just as well off just hitting it with my club, because pretty easy to avoid those boulders, let's be honest. Okay, watch out. What is this? Oh, this is a bouncy pad. Okay, I can kind of figure that out pretty quickly. Is this another weapon? We've got 10 of whatever that is. Okay, let's just keep going. It kind of looks a little bit like a rope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where am I? I don't know if I was supposed to go this way. Yeah, the boulder got me. When they're off the top of the screen, it would be kind of handy if there was like a little arrow saying where they are or something, but then again, you know, it's kind of a hardcore feeling game, so maybe that's not necessary either. It almost seems a little bit away from the general theme to have these things even have a double jump or a dash, because those are not generally things that you would... Oh, it's a spear! Oh, and it sticks in the wall just like in Vulgar. Oh, that's super sweet. Okay, what are we going to use this for? Let's go over here the first thing, because I didn't check this out before. Maybe there's a secret. Oh, there's totally secrets. That must be a health up. If that's a health up, then this whole game has just taken on a completely new meaning for me, and I'm even more excited than it was a second ago, or than I was a second ago. That's the first time I bothered to kill one of those. 3 hits. Seems like an unreasonable risk to take here. So what am I going to do to get to this heart? I need to figure it out. Absolutely need... Ah, okay. We've got some, like, Kid Chameleon or Sonic the Hedgehog-style invisible walls here that, well, intangible walls, I guess, that look visible. Good enough, now I know. So there are secrets. I've already had a few things that I was thinking of already been implemented. Alright, so we'll just go over here. Again, I missed that jump, forgetting that I couldn't go that way. Up we go. I should probably try... Oh, it one-shots those. That's good to know. I'm going to have to do a dash jump here, I think, unless I can hit a spear into the side of this wall. Oh, well, that might help a little bit. Perfect. Oh, right, I forgot. Stalactites are a thing. Well, I have 1 more HP now than I did a second ago, which might actually make a pretty big difference. I should go down here just since I have the way back up. Oh, okay, it gave me a way back up anyway. What's this about? Where are we going? This is mysterious. Oh, it's an alternate path. Okay. That's pretty sweet, too. I do like platforms with alternate paths. Alright, how much more is there? Oh, he's scary. Thankfully, I have spears. Spears that do a lot of damage, too. Distinct lack of sound effects here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit unnerving seeing this giant beast shaking the screen, but it also doesn't make any sound. But, you know, again, alpha, no big deal. Oh, such bad damage. Oh, man, that's embarrassing. I kind of want to kill this thing before I wrap up the video. Just to prove my down... Wow, that took a lot of hits. Let's see if I get this secret health, if it refills the one that's missing or what. Oh, it does. Okay, so that's a full health and also an HP up. I feel like I'm playing Isaac now, talking about it like that. So I'm going to save my spears this time, and we're going to take the bottom route, because that's basically guaranteed no damage, as long as I fall properly here. Watch out for rocks. Let's just do this. And then even if I missed the double jump there, I could have always dashed at the last second. It's maybe a little weird, but I do feel like there is a little bit of a Super Meat Boy feeling to this. Like, the controls are really nice. And maybe they're not perfect, but on a 360 gamepad, like, this just feels perfectly right for me. And I know I don't say that often, but like even a game like Dust Force, which is very well critically received, I think a lot of people really love Dust Force, I found that the controls are maybe a little bit more complex than I was interested in getting my head around. This feels like just the right amount of usage of the various abilities that were given and all of that stuff. Alright, we got 3 cycles now on that. Oh, man. Oh, can I block the acid spit? I think I can block the acid spit. Oh, that's actually kind of tough. Well, I've been playing a lot of Wings of V lately, so I think something like this I should be able to get my head around fairly quickly. I'm happy I found this extra HP up, though, so let's get that one more time. Thankfully, the run back is, like, super not frustrating. If we could keep the level of gameplay style just like this, you know, the difficulty obviously can get harder, but I think that the amount that we're being proportioned with the difficulty versus the frustration is just right. And I'd love to see more games that embrace this level of, like, accessibility plus also being deep enough to let you have a little bit of a challenge without it being overbearing or overwhelming. Wings of V is certainly on the overbearing side. Okay, I think I'm wasting spears when I fire them too quickly. I need to wait just a little bit each time. And I must have been in, like, a phase 2 or something, because this time he's not shooting acid at the same time. Oh, okay, I've run out of spears already. Those go by so fast. Wait, can I just hide in this door frame? I totally can. I can just hide in that door frame and he can't hit me with those. I guess I'll just wait back here for each cycle. Oh, right. Okay, when I get the slime... Ugh. I can't really dodge them when I'm in the door frame, so that's kind of the trade-off there. I'll give it one more attempt, and then I'll just say that I'm terrible and let you guys do it. It is a little embarrassing, considering I really don't think this is super hard. I'm just having a difficult time, I guess. Parsing the pattern... I don't know, I'm not even doing that either. It's actually not a difficult pattern, I'm just having a hard time executing it, I guess. One more try. Oh, alright, that's actually lucky. Watch out for rocks. Back up we go. I kind of feel like I want to slide under things, even though these are height level. I want to just, like, do a caveman slide on the ground. I want to do a power slide. It looks like it's talking to me at the beginning. I wonder if it's actually supposed to be talking to me. Maybe there's actually going to be, like, a bit of dialogue. Oh my god. Freaking walked right into all of those. Well, I've got 1 hit left. Not thinking it's going to be super likely that I make it out alive. How embarrassing. Oh, come on, the hitbox! Ah, that's frustrating. Okay, that's going to be it for There Was a Caveman. Very promising so far. I'm really enjoying the game. Despite my ineptitude at the final segment there, I would have liked to finish this off with a beat of that boss, but I don't know, maybe the game would have just quit after that anyway, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I will, of course, have the download link in the description for you guys to try this out. Give it a try, map your controls to 360 pad if you can. Watch this for future development. I certainly will be myself, and I'd be happy to do a revisit on this later when it finally gets released, or, you know, if it meets a new beta criteria or there's more stuff to talk about. Certainly looking good, playing good, and that's all I could really ask for. So thank you everybody for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like on it. It does help me out a whole bunch. Helps spread the word about new upcoming, original, unique, artistic, and generally just fun to play indie games. I would put that under this subheading. It maybe doesn't break a ton of new ground, but what it does well, and I love that. That's perfect. Do more of those things, indie developers, please. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I will catch you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a fantastic night.